So as temperatures are rising within Zanopf, what is becoming more acutely clear is that there is absolutely no faction which wants to back down. I think I must properly characterize that to the Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa faction as well as to the Zwikanandas, to them losing this or giving power to the other faction is consequential, and as such they are opting to fight till the end. And also to the retired General Chiwenga faction, which is massively backed by people of Zimbabwe in their numbers, is seeking to end this massive looting that is ongoing during the tenure of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. We understand that there is a ZANU-PF conference that is looting. It's a matter of just few weeks. And as much as that ZANU-PF conference is a reality that is confronting both factions, we know that temperatures have escalated. With Chiwenga telling Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa he has to act on corrupt Zwikanandas, and Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa saying he would rather resign than acting on Zwikanandas. So you can, and the retired General Chiwenga ordering that he must actually do the right thing, which is to arrest Zwikanandas. And there is a lot that is actually ongoing, though the country is seemingly peaceful and everybody going on with his business behind the scenes. I mean, amongst the major warring individuals within ZANU-PF, there is a lot of scheming, as I will be actually unpacking it on other live. Greetings and welcome on your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we be live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, Patrick Chinamasa, yesterday seen on ZTV, actually spearheading the 2030 mantra of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa. I think it's clear why an individual like Patrick Chinamasa is doing so. Remember, he is one of the individuals who is actually a signatory in the stake that ZANU-PF has in the company of Gudagwashe Takwire. So, somehow, if properly investigated, he may have actually benefited from these Zwikanandas. So it is quite understood why an individual like Patrick, I used to think that maybe there is some form of forcing him to do so, but I must say we should not undermine that particular aspect. Anything is possible, as Blessed Geza warning the Zwikanandas and all those who are actually used by Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa at the moment, telling them that you have got a few days. He indicated that Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa uses people, and people should learn from Cholocho Declaration what happened, as this was actually a secret political intervention. But when it actually blew out of proportion, Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, through individuals such as Professor Jonathan Moyo, under the bus during that particular period, Blessed Geza actually pinpointing quite a number of scenarios whereby Mnangagwa has actually betrayed his fellow comrades who were actually trusting him, warning individuals such as Daniel Gawe, who are singing on top of their voice when it comes to 2030 mantra. I think he has also made it clear that this is the opportunity for people to choose where they stand as actually factional battles intensify within ZANU-PF. So it's gonna be a very, very hectic a weekend, most probably, and the days ahead. And Blessed Geza yesterday issuing a warning saying Mnangagwa as well as Zwikanandas have just few days left for them to actually do the right things, which means they are giving some form of a grace period to these individuals to actually shape up And from the look of things, they appear not to be receiving that message well. If there is anything, the stubbornness is actually reigning amongst the Mnangagwa lieutenants, because we saw, Patrick Chinamasa is busy with 2030, as well as the picture that I put here. These are the supporters of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa in Mutare. It must be underscored that most of these people, whom some of them, especially ordinary people, you are seeing singing 2030 mantra, these are people who are actually paid to do so, some of them forced to do so and threatened. We know that the Mnangagwa faction thrives through threatening people to do certain things. Even ministers of Mnangagwa, most of them, when they were appointed, they were told that the condition of you existing as a minister or continuing as a minister in Zimbabwe is to be in a position to chant the slogan. And I remember in one of the rallies, actually calling them one by one, saying he is testing them on whether they know how to chant the slogan, and all of them chanting the 2030 slogan. So what is happening at the moment? It is expected. I have said that Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, as well as Zikanandas, to them they tell themselves that they are more powerful because they have money. I must tell you that behind the scenes they are dishing a lot of money. Yesterday it surfaced that even Themba Mliso has been paid a lot of money to begin the campaign against retired General Chiwenga, smear campaign. I have seen some of the trolls of Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa already smear campaigning the men, especially I saw someone talking about how Chiwenga, what he did on Chiazo, diamonds, how people were killed and so forth, all that story. But it must be underscored that, of course, as much as soldiers might have been sent there, but remember, soldiers act on orders, and they act on orders of the person who is currently the head of the state at that particular time. So as much as Chiwenga sent the soldiers to Chiazo, he is playing dirty. Politics is a dirty game. They usually say so. So they know that by then he was actually commanding the Zimbabwe Defense Forces. And Mnangagwa knows that some of the, people may not understand how actually the military works. It works on command. If the president issues a directive for the military cannot even be deployed by Valerio Spanda without the president ordering it to do so. In a constitutional arrangement, not in a case whereby the military on its own decides to actually close its ear to a detector and carry out an intervention in the interest of defending the constitution, as they attempted to do in 2017, but all that was hijacked by the corrupt Emerson Tambutso Mnangagwa, who has actually taken them 10 steps back than what they anticipated when they were carrying out these programs, and actually suffering numerous casualties, especially personnel who were critically involved in the planning as well as the execution of the now. It's clear that Mnangagwa does not want, whatever he was saying about 2030, don't ever think this is what is secretly ordering to his members of his faction. His faction are actually ordered to push the 2030 mantra, and he is telling them clearly that that is meant to deceive retired General Chiwenga, to make him to relax. It's a political game at play here. Mnangagwa, in his own thinking, he thinks that he has everything intact, and we will watch to see. But as I have predicted numerous times, that the man is actually going. And at the moment, I think I remember yesterday underscoring the point that the best thing that he could possibly do at this moment is to actually negotiate for his exit. And I'm sure retired General Chiwenga ordered him to arrest Zwikanandas, understanding that there would be some form of resistance on the part of Mnangagwa, because Zwikanandas are Mnangagwa. If Zwikanandas are arrested, Mnangagwa is supposed to be equally arrested. I'm sure that is a tactic, knowing very, very well that Mnangagwa will not concede to doing that. He will be stubborn. I think it is known. What they are simply doing is to actually give him the benefit of the doubt and expose the nature and the character of who he is. And from the look of things, in my next live broadcast, I'll be demonstrating that as much as he is acting and maneuvering, he is seemingly under heavy surveillance. They are trying by all means to hatch plans secretly, but it keeps on it keeps on coming out loudly and clear to the people of Zimbabwe. So hard times ahead. We have got a dictator who will not just give up power, who wants to spill blood. Who wants also to be forced to do so. So that is the current reality. Expect to see 2030 mantra being as we approach the ZANU-PF conference. Expect a lot of defiance over what is exactly on the public domain, as well as smear campaigning towards retired General Chiwenga to be the order of the day. And this is a game of survival to those who are actually executing that. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red and black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by being part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can do so by pressing the join button. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send our stars. Okanqube Umhlabane is signing off. Let me love and leave you. Good morning and a beautiful day.